Hello and welcome back to the Holistic Witch's Cottage. My name is Melissa and I am the Holistic Witch. The main topic of today's recording will be the colors of magic. It is June 11th, so today is the full moon, I believe, and we also have Friday the 13th. On Friday, of course. So there's a lot of magical energy in the air. Yesterday was National Herbs and Spices Day, which is kind of cool. I don't know if anyone else out there in podcast land grows their own, but I grow a lot, too many. And my kitchen's starting to be overwhelmed by containers of herbs and spices. But it's all good. One of these days I'll do a recording just about enhancing your life with herbs and spices, but today is not that day. So a little update in cottage land. We've still had an enormous amount of rain here. The gardens are growing nicely, but with the rain comes the weeds, so that's been a little annoying, but we're going along. We had a neighborhood flock of chickens who would come and visit us a few times per day. It was a situation where the grandparents live on one side of the road and the adult child lived across the street, but the son was selling his house. I think the chickens actually belonged to the son, but they were keeping them at grandma's, and so I don't think the chickens are here anymore. I think they've moved. And now we have a bug problem. So I need to do some magical thinking as to how to knock down the bug problem. I'm not talking about the good bugs like the pollinators and the bees, but the nasty little bitey ones and ticks. Every little critter has its place in our world, but I would like to deter them from being here at the cottage. We plant certain things to deter that. Back to National Herbs and Spices Day. We have mint and lemongrass and different plants to deter the less friendly insect population from being in our common areas, but it's not working. So we need to think of a new strategy to take care of that. We've had chickens before, and there were some community issues with that. So I need to turn my magical thinker on. Other than talking to the bugs and ask them to stop biting us, because right now I am pretty bit up, and so is hubby. And I absolutely refuse to hide in my house. So there's that. The plants are growing, the birds are flying, everything's pretty beautiful here. Over the weekend, hubby and I went on an overnight camping trip just about 30 minutes away from our home. Is one of the nicest, in our opinion, state parks in our state. The reason why this is noteworthy is kiddo is 18 now and stayed home alone. So this was like the first time in many years for me. Both of my children have illnesses, and the oldest is on the autism spectrum. So getting alone time has been challenging, to say the least. I have been in the role of caregiver most of my life. So with much older parents and then two kids with special needs. So it was very relaxing to be out and not responsible for everything. And before somebody says, should you be leaving him alone like that? Of course, we were in constant contact. Christopher has, I don't know if I should have said that online. Okay, kiddo has has type 1 diabetes, and he is 18, and he does need to learn how to manage it on his own, which he's completely capable of doing, but sometimes it's too easy to depend on Mom to do everything. So when Mom's not home, it gives him a good opportunity to practice. Okay, so let's move on to other things. We talked about the gardens, we talked about magical energy. I guess that brings us to the color of magic, or colors in magic. How can you use colors to transform your magical life? Now, this is a huge topic, and it could be broken into huge subtopics, and maybe on another day I'll just break it down into one of the subtopics and spend more time with that. So let's just start with colors and correspondences. And I just found this online, and there are many, and they can vary on culture. And I'm also seeing they're starting to vary based on genre or types of magic, types of craft. So find one that resonates with you and stick with it until it doesn't resonate with you, and then find a new one. Okay, so let's start with black. The color black can be used for protection, banishing, negativity, and hex breaking. And MoMo the Wonder Dog has just come to visit. Hello, Momo. Do you need something? You're just hanging out? You want to talk to Podcast World? No, you just want to hang out. Okay, looks like Momo's going to hang out with us for a bit. The color white is an all-purpose color. It represents purity, serenity, peace, truth, and harmony. Gray can be used for shielding and self-defense. Red for love and passion. Blue for spirituality, healing, and tranquility. Green for money and luck. Purple for psychic intuition and divination work, and that's just to name a few. If you'd like to learn more, you can research color correspondences, because they exist for many, many, many colors, like that 128 box of Crayola that I used to love when I was a kid. Hi, Momo, how are you? I need attention, is what Momo is psychically saying to his mother. Okay, cool. So, using color correspondences, what does that mean? Well, in my life, in my very holistic life, I try to surround myself with colors that bring joy and peace and harmony to my life. But I know how to use colors to remove negativity, and I know how to use colors to enhance protection. That's a skill that can take some time. Colors can be used with candles or in candle magic, but what I do want to stress, because I'm sort of a low budget crafter, it's not necessary to go out and buy hundreds of dollars of things to get started. Often the things you already have in your life, like home decor, your clothes, perhaps your makeup, art that you own or art that you make. I'm a crochet artist, so things that I make, but there are many types of art, often are based upon colors. And you can use those colors to enhance your world and support your magic. It just takes a little time, practice, ingenuity, and practice. I'm gonna stress on that one again. So right now I'm looking around my living room, and it's feeling a little chaotic to me with a myriad of colors, but the truth is I like a little chaos. So that works for me. Early in my marriage to hubby, everything in our home seemed to be in neutral tones. I think that was more his doing than my doing, and that's fine. There are people that love to be surrounded by neutrals, but I love a little color chaos, so it never hurts to do that. Now, this week on the Facebook page, I posted a Colors of Magic in info picture. I guess that's a nice way to put it. I also posted some for colors of roses and colors of flowers, because those are a little different. They have their own correspondence match. So let's move on to a subcategory, because I started with black, white, and gray. It seems in social media world there's just so much attention being given to color types of witches or color types of practitioners. Are you a white witch? Are you a dark witch? Are you a black witch? Are you a gray witch? Yeah, I've been doing this a very, very, very long time. And this seems to travel in trends. So if this is part of your craft, so let me go back to my sheet, because Momo moved it. Are you going to sit down, or are you wandering? What are you doing? Oh, he's sneezing. God bless you, little Momo. So I had to pause for a bit, but it seems like Momo is okay. So back to black, white, and gray. We could toss green in there too, because that one comes up a lot too. There seems to be much ado about color typing of magical folks. And for someone like me who attempts to live a holistic life, being aware how everything in my universe and magical universe influences my well-being, my health, my magic, the universe, at least my universe, I strive for harmony and balance. So that is a combination of dark and light, that yin and yang, yin and yang. I strive for balance. So to only have white means that you ignore the night, and to only have dark means you ignore the light. And in a concept of wellness and well-being, I'm not sure how well that works for some people. So I've been asked, are you a gray witch? I guess some people have identified me as such, but I don't self-identify as that. I've also been asked if I'm a green witch, and sometimes I smile because I am surrounded by plants and animals here. I do certainly work with a lot of plants and animals, but I wouldn't pigeonhole myself into only being green. I'm holistic. I try to work with everything that brings peace and well-being to my spirit. Now, does that mean that I disagree or don't believe in the concept of dark witches or white witches or gray witches? I respect people's personal identity. If people wish to identify that way, that's fine. What I could say, though, in my many years of exploring this and speaking with others online, I have occasionally encountered people who are just too, I want to say this so it doesn't sound like inappropriate. Their craft is too dark for me. I respect their right to practice that way, but they are not my tribe. They are about creating harm, chaos, and only harm and chaos, and they seem to draw a lot of harm and chaos back to themselves as well. This is not my tribe. I respect everyone's right to practice as they wish, but there are some people that I don't vibe well with, and that would be one group. I won't go into that too directly. In my original cottage group, I attracted a lot of people who identified as Christian or Christian witches or Christian practitioners. And one thing I discovered over time that we were not all the same, to be very honest. The other thing I discovered was, and this is relevant to the politics right now, some churches obviously teach that everything magical is evil. So I encountered some who had obviously been brought up in that, and then they left those churches, but that imprint of magic is evil hung with them. So when they decided to go out on their own and live some sort of magical life, they were following that stereotype that they were taught in church, thinking that all witches are evil, all magic is evil, that this is satanic. Again, respect for the people of those paths, but somehow they had convinced themselves through their Christian upbringings that all magic was dark and evil, and they took it into some strange, twisted stereotype that almost feels Hollywood to me. It was hard for me to relate to individuals that talked like that because their words almost felt like a bad witchy D-movie, horror movie script. And maybe that's how they were raised in their Christian churches, their types of denominations. I certainly was not raised that way. I was raised Catholic and Orthodox adjacent by granny women who found that learning how to connect with the magics of the earth brought prosperity, and the individuals I found that followed this much darker path were sort of complete opposite of that. It was not about prosperity, it was about causing harm, and I just really, that doesn't vibe with me. So whether you identify as black, white, gray, or choose not to identify under a color type at all, that's fine, but that is part of the color of magic. Another part of the color of magic I want to touch on today is the chakras. In the original 7 chakra pattern, because now they've added more, but if you're dealing with the OG 7 chakras, they progress with the colors of the rainbow. So starting at the base of the spine to the crown of the head, it is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet, or some people prefer to use magenta for that one. Now, as a holistic practitioner, someone who's certified in crystal healing, Reiki healing, and also I'm a trained yoga instructor, I work with the chakras and energy healing a lot. Learning how to work with color, how to read auras, how to redirect or channel color energy is a very big part of the other side of my world, the professional side of my world. And that is something you could also research. If it interests you, I may do a whole episode on that someday. But today is not that day. Am I skipping anything important? So you can enhance your life by choosing your colors properly. I hate the word properly. Let me just wipe that. You can enhance your life by choosing colors that enhance what you're trying to bring into your life. The reason the word properly triggers me so much is there is a very evangelical organization in my area that overuses the word properly, which means to properly do something means you can only do it their way. Any other way is improper, so I sort of hate that word. But you can bring color into your life to enhance what you want to bring into your life. What is wrong, Wonder Dog? What is wrong? I'm almost done, and then we'll get you a biscuit. So let's say you wanted to add protection to your house, or home or space. You may want to add a black candle, or you may want to choose black decor to absorb negativity. There are other ways to do it, but you can do it with colors. If you wanted to bring love or passion into your house, you may want to add, I have a cool red fluffy blanket on my love seat. I actually don't have a lot of red in the living room right now, other than a little bit of faded red on my boho couch covers. I do have a red cup on my coffee table, which has my detox drink in it this morning. If you wanted to bring healing into your life, you may want to bring in a cooling color like blue. If you want to take it out into the world with you, you could use the colors in your wardrobe, your makeup. You could braid them into your hair, you could do them in jewelry, or you could certainly choose crystals. So those are some ways to enhance your life with color magic. Momo obviously needs something from me, and I think that's all I really have to talk about this week. If you are in the western part of the United States, specifically California, sending much love to you, to the people out there, wherever you are. Please be safe. Come here, Wonder Dog. Come here, Momo. Do you want to say bye-bye to our podcast world? He says, Mother, I just want a biscuit. Please get up and do that for me. Wherever you are, please be safe, sending you many blessings and blessings on your magical journey. And remember, it's a full moon, so enjoy that too. Love and blessings. Bye-bye.